Continuing on with different ways of looking at how to train the outside strip. Here we're going to start to look at a spotted dog a little bit. So it doesn't matter if you use the switch method to get in or if you use the inside deflection method to get in. Either way is fine. What's important is this left hand that comes in. It's now a dagger, so it comes in and rides into thrust, right? So as we enter here, we see the hand cut on the switch, and here's this left hand comes in and thrusts them, right? And thrusts, and that gives me my strip. And you see that becomes its own thrust. So this hits, this thrusts, I get here, and then I can also make that the disarm. Okay? It's just going to depend on the angle I'm at. It is important with these strips, just like with your inside vertical forearm strip. When you do this strip, when we get over to the side, we want that pull off balance, right? Very hard to get if you don't do that pull off balance. So be real sure when you're training this with other people that you're not just moving here. You need to be moving here. That pull off to the side, that will make all the difference in your disarm. Okay? So same idea here. I inside deflect and hit. I come over and I can thrust and I can thrust, right? Make sure I get my little pull and hit my disarm. Sometimes I send it this way only because I'm trying to avoid hitting a mirror right here. But usually every time I send this thrust right in, but that would send it right into our mirrors and we don't want to smash those mirrors. Okay. Make sure our thrust is in. And last one. So we can either hit and do the switch, or we can inside deflect and do the lift, either one. Get our thrust in, over to the side, find our disarm, which actually is right there to the body. So that's another method you can use for your outside strip. So if you understand it as spotted daga, then you ought to be able to understand it double stick, right? Because it's just like having a longer daga in your hand. So we enter however we want to enter, get our smash in, right? I come over, cut the neck, thrust the belly, open up, get my C-clamp, make sure I pull them off balance, but the pull is done with my footwork. We just don't have a ton of space here. Pull is done with my footwork and disarm. Again, hit, slice, thrust, footwork, pulls them off balance, and eject the weapon. Get our hit with our inside deflection, do our lift. Here's a hit, here's a hit, here's a thrust, there's my footwork, and we pull them off balance. Okay. The switch, the inside deflection, and why don't you come over here, bud? Just so you guys can see, when I do this, I get my hit, there's a shot, there's a shot, there's a shot. So he takes 3 shots. The same applies if I were to use that as spotted daga again and go back, okay? There's a shot, there's a shot, there's a shot, there's a shot. Okay, so there's a lot of different things going on here. So, you know, playing with the different weapons is it's an important part of it because you start to understand the extension. People talk about the weapon as an extension of yourself, and sometimes I agree with that. Sometimes I don't. But if you start to understand the range of each weapon and the individual attributes of each weapon, you can kind of see how these principles apply across all of them, and yet some of the uniquenesses that you still have to pay attention to.